Hi, and welcome back to Strike a Chord. Today we're going to talk about major triads, and this is appropriate for people learning with a piano and don't have an iPad or an app, and also those with the app. Teachers might have the most interest in using this with their students. So let's talk a little bit about major thirds and minor thirds. If you're extremely unfamiliar with that concept, then you might want to check out our previous YouTube tutorials or the previous lesson in the app. But just to talk about it briefly, C to E is considered a major third. There are three keys in the middle, C sharp, D, and D sharp. And E to G is only a minor third because there are two keys in between, F and F sharp. So if we stack those two things on top of each other, we have a C major triad with a major third on the bottom and a minor third on top. C minor, in contrast, is the opposite with a minor third on the bottom because now we've lowered the third, the E, to an E flat, and that has also lengthened the distance between the third and the fifth. So because we have E flat and G, there are now three keys in between them. Now this is true across the keyboard. If you want to make a D major triad, you'd have to go from D to F sharp and F sharp to A. And to make that D minor, you lower the F sharp and make it F natural. D, F, and A is D minor. So let's close out the tutorial, and I can use this part of the tutorial to show you D major, right? But when we're going to choose four triads, I don't have to play the whole chord in. If I want to play D major, which are these three notes, D, F sharp, and A, I only select D. So similarly, I'll unselect it. G major, G, B, and D, would be these three notes, but I'll only select G. A major, A, C sharp, and E, because we have 1, 2, 3 keys in between there, and two keys in between the C sharp and E. And I can also toggle in between flats and sharps using the blue text in the upper left corner. So you can see it goes back and forth. When I select a black key for the root, it makes a little bit more sense that it be a flat. We don't often call this the A sharp major chord, but we do say B flat. Okay, so like I said, we only want to select the lowest of the three notes of our chords. So for now we'll have D major, G major, A major, and B flat major. We're ready to go to the next page. So let's say I've forgotten exactly how to make D major, and I play D, F sharp, and A. Well, that's incorrect, so it will turn red. But if I do play the F sharp, the computer recognizes that. Our G major chord, let's say I accidentally played the B flat. Now you can see it's not turning red, and that's because B flat and D are also part of the B flat major chord. So it's not entirely sure, but if I let go, nothing will come up into the box above. I really have to play G major. Here's our B flat, A major, two G's. Because you can repeat chords. Try not to repeat too many times to make it too easy on yourself. But a little repetition is nice. And if you decide you don't like the order of chords here and you want to change the first G here, no problem, right? Replace it there. But I actually do want that G. So we'll go next now. When I'm using this with students, for the first, I don't know, 2 to 4 times, it's best if they just can press the record button here, and now they just need to execute these chords in this order. And let's say they accidentally forget where D is, and you can see the computer won't accept that answer. You have to press the D chord. Ooh, I should also point out, let's say you try and slide into the G major chord. I am playing a G major here, but because I slid into it, the computer's not happy. I have to press it independently. All right, so you can see I got a 12 out of 14 because I had 2 mistakes. But no problem, I can re-record using the reset button here. Say yes, let's delete. And to speed through things a little bit, with a student who has passed through and actually gotten a 14 out of 14, they're probably ready for the next level, which is adding a rhythm loop. And there's a few to choose from. Get a little bit faster. I kind of liked rhythm loop 5. This time, if I press record, I'm going to get a countdown. I can let it run, and then I have an intro. Yeah, so my score is a 14 correct out of possible 14. And I earned a silver medal because this is the second time I've received a perfect score. If I complete the exercise a third time with a 14 out of 14, which I'd have to do on an entirely different set of notes, then I would earn the gold medal. And practice makes perfect. Ideally, you're going to complete this lesson a few times and really master the concept, but hopefully it doesn't feel like practice. And a lot of students work on re-recording not until they get a perfect score necessarily, but until the timing is exactly how they intended it. Because even if the timing is accidental, my students generally want to re-record it till it's very purposeful and they're proud of their work. So here we can listen back and judge if that's the case. But we can also stop at any time. And we'll go next for now. This might be a teachable moment for some students because they might not know that they can be a composer too. So let's say Jamie was our composer. Oops. And the song name could be something to do with urban living. And I try and inspire my students. The older ones might be a little more shy about offering up a title. The younger ones generally have a lot of ideas. So I might ask them something like, well, what time of day do you think it is in this song? Or what time of year? And this one sounds to me a bit like afternoon. And I'd say kind of traffic, kind of bustling, but good-natured. So maybe we'll say downtown afternoon. And we don't have to put a song description in here, but this is a good place to keep track of your progress. Major triads, silver medal. And when we save it, we can press play here. That is the second time I've recorded it. And it's going to still be the exact same recording that you played in. It's an MP3, so you can share it by email. It has your information here. I'll delete the draft for now. And you can also manage these songs by deleting them. We'll save it for now. Thanks for tuning in, and please post any questions in the comment section. I look forward to hearing from you.